All right, my minions. It is another glorious, not glorious training Thursday, but it is cold as hell out here. And yeah, forgive my voice. I'm like borderline losing my voice here. My daughter gave me cooties. I got mucus coming out of every spot that mucus can come out of, but hey, life goes on. We keep pushing forward. There's no such thing as being sick when you're a parent. So, but as you can see, I'm out here in the field. I'm working. I'm doing some things. Got my pew here and safety first because I'm gonna be using this to demonstrate. This is empty. No magazine. Safety first. There's no such thing as accidental discharge. It's all negligence. But our magazine is here because when I'm done with this video, guess what? It's going back in, tap rack, and we're gonna carry on with the day. Got the cuffs, got the baton, doing my thing. Out here in the field. But this being a training Thursday, sorry, forgive me. Cooties. We're communication. We're talking about communication, and I myself am not the greatest with it. So, as far as communication goes, not. But you're working, you're operating, you got to be able to communicate, whether you're communicating with your team, you're just communicating with dispatch, whoever's on the other end of that line, that lifeline that you've got. Me, and there's many people like me, many people out there, I'm sure many of you can relate to this. A problem occurs, something pops up, you're going. Whether it's a medical emergency or whatever the case is, if I gotta go and move, and again, safety slides even back. No mistakes. But if something pops off and I've gotta go towards that threat, I borderline kind of get tunnel vision. I'm a fixer. It's what I do. There's a problem, I fix a problem, I move on. In the process of all of that, I often forget to radio in. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. This is where I'm at. Or even to my team at times. In my mind, there's kind of no time for that. I want to get to that problem. I want to fix that problem every single moment. Every second counts. That's what's racing through my head, and that's what's racing through many of your heads as well. Communicate. And you'll hear this phrase, shoot, move, communicate. Shoot, move, communicate. Shoot, move, communicate. And that's obviously not necessarily in that order, It's like an actor threat. Well, I say run, hide, fight, but that's if it's feasible for you to do it in that order. Sometimes you're right in the fight moment. Sometimes you can't run, so you gotta hide. But so shoot, move, communicate. Typically, you want to get on the radio and communicate with whoever you're at. I do a lot of things solo. Take on a lot of solo assignments and work a lot of solo operations. Sometimes I do have a partner, sometimes I do have a team. But I do work alone a lot. That doesn't mean that I'm necessarily by myself. I've got someone who's acting as dispatch. Someone knows who I am, and there's someone that I can always call if something happens. Not just 911, but I've got a direct communication source that's relaying information to me. I'm relaying information to them. At least I'm supposed to be relaying information to them. And so, but again, like I said, I'm sometimes bad at that. Radioing in, letting them know what's going on in an emergent situation. If it's just some mundane, crazy shit, hey, just be aware, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, I can do that. But you may often get tongue-tied. You get tripped over your words. And this is the part of the training for the day that I want to emphasize and want you to practice. Is being able to get out what you're seeing, being able to get out what's happening in a way that makes sense. It's easy to do it now where I can, I'm talking to you now, no big deal. Even sometimes now when I'm doing these videos, I trip over my words, but I'm cool, I'm calm, this is fun. This is entertaining. I love educating, I love instructing, so I can speak to you and rattle things off, and it's no big deal. But you got a medical emergency, you've got an active threat, your adrenaline is pumping, your mind is racing, time's of the essence, and oh my God, shit gets jumbled. Your mind is going and processing things faster than you can get out verbally, and you trip over your words. I get it. I do it. There's some things you can do, you can practice to help you with that, help you get over that hurdle. I cannot remember what it's called. I've been trying to search it. I learned it basically when I was in the academy, and it works really, really well. But basically what it is actively verbalizing your surroundings. Actively speaking out what it is that you're doing. And if I can find it later down the line, it was an overseas video. Basically, I think it was in England. This cop was doing it, and he was fantastic about it and doing it. If I could track down that video, and I've been trying, I just can't find it, I will present it to you in the future. But basically, it's just verbalizing what you see. If you're driving, and I've got some sample videos that I'm going to show you in a moment. But verbalizing your surroundings. So what's behind us? Okay. Street pole. You got a street here. You got a ditch there. You got the tree line. You got lights in the distance. The road goes from right and left. It's a T. There's no other form. I just explained all that in my surroundings. You know, I don't really want to give out my location too much because I'm working. But say you're clearing a building out, right? You've got something going on. You're clearing a building out. You're going down. What do you see? Okay, got a hallway, got a T intersection down the end. On the left, three doors that are closed. On the right, 2 doors. The first door is closed. The second door past it is open. Verbalizing all that. You're verbalizing surroundings. Fire extinguisher on the left side. Fire alarm on the right. 2 security cameras up ahead. I do this when I'm on patrol. I do this when I'm just, basically doing patrol, doing surveillance, just to get in the habit of being able to readily and quickly identify my surroundings. So when something does happen, I can just blurt out what's going on. But again, it's easy to do it when you're calm, but repetition, you want to get those repetitions in so that when shit does happen and you go into autopilot, you revert back to your training, you're not tripping over your words, or at least not tripping over your words as often. You'll hear dispatch all the time state, repeat your last, you're coming in broken. Repeat your last. I even say this, you're coming in broken and stupid. That's not very PC, but hey, it is what it is. But yes, you're coming in broken. Because again, adrenaline, your heart's racing, your mind's racing, shit done gone horribly wrong, and you start tripping over things. Fine motor skills start to go away in an emergency situation. But again, practice, train, practice, train, practice, train, and you'll be fine in the real situation when it occurs. So I got just 2 examples, or 3 examples. One, I was in a store, camera angle wasn't really the greatest because I wasn't trying to draw so much attention to myself. Another one was me it's outside kind of patrol surveillance. If you're setting up a perimeter or getting surveillance on the perimeter of a house, even before entry, verbalizing what you're seeing. And one is a practice of driving, what you're seeing while you're driving. You could do this while you're driving. You could do this when you're just shopping around. You could do this when you're actually at work on patrol. You could do this anywhere to help practice getting the words out correctly, and getting the words out in a way that makes sense. And the first time, so you're not having to repeat yourself, because the seconds count. The more you got to repeat yourself, the more you got to sit there and think about it. Could be the could be the difference between life and death. It all matters. So those videos are Nah. All right, so this is a good driving example of, and I clean my windshield, of kind of what I was talking about, just kind of verbalizing what you see. So I can, even during driving, all right, white mailbox, rim open. So even I get tongue tied sometimes trying to process everything. But black mailbox on your right. Gray Ford Explorer or Ford Escape SUV on your right coming up. At the intersection coming up with a stop sign. Red Subaru just passed. Coming up on Mohegan Road. Alright. That intersect road on the left, road on the right, white vehicle on the right. And you'll be able to call out kind of like passengers and everything else. Female walking her dog on the left in orange coat. I don't know if you saw that. White snowman on the right, well, in front of a gray house. You know, park coming up on the right. Someone walking their dog on the right. You know, two pedestrians on the left on the sidewalk coming in my direction, walking a dog. Things of that nature. So even a good way for going indoors. So even that, this is Lawrence Pharmacies, but one way in, one way out. You know, coming down, coming through the aisle. Openings on left and right, got an opening on left and right. And up ahead on your left. Got an entryway left and right. Coming to a T intersection, to the left and right, pharmacy up ahead. Open door on the left, or open door straight ahead. So that's just kind of a good way of pointing it out. And speaking on it while you're indoors. Like I do this while I'm on patrol. People go from ahead, two people ahead, one person not fully visible. And it just helps you communicate, point out what you see. You know, clothes on the left, healthcare products on the right, baby products on the left, shopping carts right in front of you, signs in front of you, obstruction, things of that nature. So like this is, you could do it when you're just on regular patrol. So just walking through, all right, got some fitness equipment up ahead, got a door on the left, closed door on the left, blind spot on the left from a cabinet. You got a toolbox with probably some sharp pointy things in it. Lots of, even I'm again still just a loss for words. Lots of obstructions ahead, tires, lots of tires, trailer with tires on it, another door to the left. An obstruction, a shed with an obstruction, you cannot see around the shed, so it's put up in a blind spot. To the right. Looking through, shed up ahead, blind spots around the shed and behind the shed. Coming up on a turn on the left, coming around the turn, coming around the turn. Yeah, fence on the right, coming up on the turn. Checking around the opening on to the right, going around the shed. Got a shed up ahead to the right with blind spots all around it. Someone could be hiding there, coming up and on the turn to the left. Fence line up ahead. To another turn, coming to the left. Fence line continue to go down. Walking around. Get some obstructions on the left, another closed door to the left, on the left, up ahead. Obstructions on the left up ahead, some kind of mechanical devices, and a closed gate up ahead. So that's just some of the things you could do. Like you could do that just on patrol, and it helps you get used to actively verbalizing what's happening, what's going on around you. Do that on patrol, do that when you're walking through buildings. You know, things pop up. Well, fire extinguisher on the left. You know, the fire alarm on the right. You know, stuff like that. So, as you've seen in those videos, yeah, even I trip up in those moments. You know, I need to practice. Everyone needs to practice. But it's good exercise, and it's something that you could do anywhere at all. Anywhere unless you're like sitting in a lecture or something like that, and kind of got to pay attention. But it doesn't require no special equipment, no videos or anything you need to follow along. You just practice. Do it while you're driving, do it while you're going to work, do it while you're coming home, do it while you're running errands. It's that simple. So shoot, move, communicate. The biggest part is communicate. Communicate with your team, communicate with dispatch, whoever your lifeline is. Get on the horn and let them know what's going on. It is important. It doesn't always necessarily seem so important, because if you're a fixer like me, you want to get there, you want to fix the situation, you want to resolve whatever is happening. But something's going to go wrong. Something always does go wrong, and your lifeline needs to know what's happening. Do they send extra units? Whatever the case may be. Or you might be you might be about to go do something that's going to get you in trouble, and they may be able to stop you and grab you by the goddamn collar and get your ass back. Hey, don't you do that, or if you do that, you need to do it this way. So again, lifeline could be your lifeline. That could be very easily your lifeline or your legal lifeline, depending on what it is that you're doing. So take that in mind. Well, anyways, thank you for being here with me. I greatly appreciate it. You can see my breath. It is cold out here, but I'm doing this for y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for being here with Nemesis Group. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe. Comment down below. You know, I read all the comments. I don't always get to them right away, but I will get to them. I always do. So, and again, thank you for being here. Have a good one.